Okay, I just got off work. I'm going to pull one of my cameras that has been out for probably 2 months now, maybe a month and a half. They locked the gate after doing some work, and I have not been able to get in. So that was kind of a plus. It's on a mock scrape, so I'm going to carry y'all out here with me real quick, and we're going to get it, and we'll check it. Okay. Camera's still there. My scrape isn't touched up that much. But camera's right there. There's no rub right there. Still using that trail back there. So my thoughts, I jumped a deer. I jumped a deer here when I came, and then I saw some more the last time I was in here when I moved this camera. Two right here. At first when I came here I didn't hang a camera, but I've got my good old sticks back there. That's your best friend a lot of times. So this camera's on video mode. I'm going to pull it. We're going to take it to the house and we'll go over kind of what walked in front of here and why it did, and see if they actually used the mock scrape that I made. Okay, so we just got back home from pulling that camera on that piece of public, and I'm going to kind of go over what was out there. Just to let y'all know, I had made a mock scrape, put out vanilla, and broke off some of the twigs to try to make it look like it had already been there. It was kind of a community scrape kind of deal. So put that out on the 24th of July, and we're going to start right here on the 25th of July. Had a little spot come in. As you can clearly see, kind of wondering what's going on. He turns right here and goes straight to the scrape. His feet are in the scrape, smelling around, smelled the vanilla, and that was that for that deer. So a couple days later, another spot comes through. Doesn't stop, doesn't check up, just following that trail that I've identified. There's two trails right there. There's one real close and one a little further back, as y'all will see here in just a little bit. So right here on the 9th of August, that spike came in. That was the first deer to ever see it. Went straight to the scrape again, wagging that tail, getting them gnats off of him. Just a curious little fella. So then again on the 9th, a pretty good buck just slips through here. That's one of the disadvantages of a Tasco camera. Sometimes it doesn't always get the deer, but as you can see, he just comes right in. I'll stop that right there for y'all to get a good look at him. It looks like a 6, or no, he's got brow tines, so 7 possibly. Neat looking deer. Here's that buck again, came straight to the scrape. The two spikes have been the only ones interested in the scrape or the vanilla scent. Went right under it, checked it out, and went on his way. So basically, as y'all can see right now, so far the mock scrape has just gotten those deer to stop to where it can get a good picture of them or a good video of them. Just out of curiosity, putting it out there. I've got some videos of some does. We know they're in there. We know they're running around. Here they are, 2 of them, walked right through the scrape. You can see this one in the lower parts kind of stopped. I actually hung my, no. Those are little spikes. I did not watch that one all the way through. So they were checking out that scrape, and I did not put my camera down low enough to actually see the whole thing. But I'm glad I didn't, as y'all see in a second. Here's a doe just passing through, mature doe. You can see that she has had a fawn because of her milk sac. It's hanging pretty low. If you look on her rear end, you can see her milk sac right there. So she has had a fawn, and it's laying somewhere, waiting to join up with her. So here's a pretty decent buck right there. Wow. He was a lot better than what I thought than I saw him the first time. These Tasco cameras are very grainy, but you can see he's a good size 8. Just easing through on this trail. He didn't even check up on the mock scrape I'd made, just passing through on the trail. So I'm gonna take that into account come bow season when these acorns are dropping. There's a lot of white oaks, a lot of red oaks in that area, right beside a bedding area. So I'm gonna take that into account and probably hunt this place if it's not being hit too hard by other people. But he's a good deer. So I saved these 2 clips for the last part. On the 16th of August, I had something trigger my camera, and at first it didn't look like anything happened, and I'm glad I had it on video mode, because if we kind of dive into this clip, you can see in the top left hand side a deer runs off, and if you slow that down and really look at it, looks like a pretty good buck. And there's another one right to his right, and then there's another buck that comes in to the right who looks pretty good, which looks like the previous buck in that nighttime picture. Looks like a wide 8-point, just breezing through. And then that same group of deer come through on the 25th of August, and you can see that bigger buck that I suspect is in the very back, not really showing where he's coming, and you can see that nice 8 in the front, and then the spike just coming along. So they're just using this trail. It's right next to a big timber change. It goes from big open hardwood to a pine thicket, and then into a grown-up field. So these deer are just running these edges as a security cover. I mean, if they feel endangered, they can just go straight into that thick stuff and they're safe. So we can look at that clip again. It looks a lot like the buck that we have previously had on camera just a couple days ago before this, and looks very, very similar. So as I referred to earlier, that doe that looked like she had a fawn because of her milk sac, you can look at this video right here. She comes in just walking, and there's that fawn right behind her, just kind of trailing along. Looks good and healthy. Looks like she made it for the year. So I hope y'all enjoyed this rundown of my camera. It was fun to do. I enjoy checking cameras. I actually pulled the whole camera. I need to go put it back because there are indeed a lot of deer right there. So that's probably what I'll do in the next coming week before the season gets here. Probably start checking oak trees, see which ones are going to be dropping, which ones are holding and whatnot. But definitely going to hit that spot whenever the season comes in, because there's a lot of deer traffic coming up and down that trail right there between that transition line. So guys, if y'all enjoyed this video, continue to follow us along. Like I continue to say, we'll be starting our season pretty soon. In probably less than a week and a half, we're going to be in Georgia on the 12th of September. Really looking forward to that, to get in the woods. Y'all stay safe.